It's your favorite host doing the most, and you know I love to boast. It's Mo Manifest tuning in and welcome to Give 'em Mo podcast, Season 3, Episode 8. I'm not going to tell you you see the name in the description, Humanitarian. But this is the last episode of 2022, and who can believe we've done this for 8 weeks already. It seemed like it went by so fast. I'm having so much fun with this self-growth series that I haven't quite determined how long it's going to be. I got a lot of offers for guests this year. We might do the first half me and the second half just guests. Bear with me. We're taking it day by day, but 2023 is set up to be very, very special. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm sorry if you see me look over there, it's because my computer screen is recording and sometimes it throws me off. But today's episode, Humanitarian, and this is why the season just lasts and keep going, is because this was not a planned episode. This was a conversation I was having, and I'm not going to say no names, but to a person who watched the show, and a very close person to me, and they said something about helping others, and it really sparked this humanitarian, because although I felt like the person in particular may have used the word out the way, what he was trying to say was, I have a passion for people. And I'm not saying that being humane and caring about humanity is an issue, but we focus on self-growth. So I took what he said, looking at the position he was in and the concerns he had in life at the moment, and I told him, maybe you should be a humanitarian and focus on yourself. See, it's easier for us to provide aid and help to others and abandon ourselves. Let me say it again. It's easier for us to provide aid and help to others and abandon ourselves. We are taught that giving and helping others is what we're supposed to do every step of the way. And you're also taught that if you focus on yourself, you'll be perceived as arrogant and selfish and all of that stuff. Well, let me ask you, how are you supposed to progress in life if you never mind your business, as we talked about in episode 7, and tend to yourself? See, being a humanitarian, which, we might be starting a trend here, but being a humanitarian is a person who doesn't mind, who blocks out that noise, who's been put in that work and been gave and has been given for forever and hasn't quite received the way that they feel they should. That's when you just need to focus on yourself and home in your energy and your ability. Because when you're giving and giving and giving and nothing is being put back into you, then, it's just like a diet. You're in a deficit. Your body needs 2,000 calories. You're only putting in 500 calories. You're in a deficit. You're losing weight. And in so many ways, we could turn losing weight into an important thing in humanitarianism. I have created a new word, and no, I do not believe humanitarian is in the dictionary, but it need to be, because people need to learn how to provide proper aid to themselves. You have to be able to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm giving and giving and giving, and I'm helping other people's cups overflow, and mine is empty. You've been pouring so long. I hate to be gross, but we all adults here for the most part. You ever had to throw up, and you were sick, and you kept throwing up until there was nothing left to throw up, but your body is still trying to throw up as a reaction for being sick? It's the equivalent of being, I'm going to say taken advantage of, because let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of situations we put ourselves in are voluntary. If we be completely honest with ourselves and think about when people took advantage of us, a lot of those times it's because we put ourselves in a position to be taken advantage of. People know who they can get away with stuff with. They got certain triggers. They ask you certain things. When they need something, they show up. When they're good, you don't hear nothing from them. That's generally what a person who doesn't have your intentions in place, who doesn't have your best intentions in mind, is going to do to you. They're going to use subtle manipulation. Hey, this going on. See, in humanitarianism, I might be saying that wrong, but like I said, stay with me on humanitarian. what I'm trying to preach to you is that, and I'm not preaching to the choir, I'm preaching to the mind, because it's most important that we think about this. You wouldn't let this person manipulate you because you're on a journey to help yourself, and you will advocate for them to help themselves. And in that, by advocating for someone to help themselves when they're in position to help themselves, you are a humanitarian. But you focused on yourself. A lot of people do not understand that you have to take time to thank yourself, forgive yourself, congratulate yourself, celebrate yourself, think about yourself, heal yourself. We can keep going. This is why the self-growth process and the self-growth season is important. I'm going to throw different things at you at different angles that you may not expect to come, but that's what it's about. Because if you feel like it's personal, if you feel like what I'm saying is right on the money for you, then that's good, because all we're doing is generalizing. You come to understand that the general public, we all go through the same things. The richest people in the world go through the same things, and so is the poorest people. There really isn't as big as a mental gap as you think it is, as far as emotional and what you go through. The same way poor people, family members die, rich people, family member dies. The same way you may get in a car accident, rich people get in car accidents. The same way you may lose money, rich people lose money. The same way you miss out on opportunities, rich people miss out on opportunities. It's all the same. But what's the biggest difference is those people get up and they advocate for themselves and they advocate for growth, or they have a system of people or a support system that uplifts them when things go wrong, and they truly believe in themselves and they keep pushing. So though this may seem like a silly episode, and I did make up a word in humanitarianism, but be the best humanitarian you can be day by day. And I hope this word really sticks in your head. Provide aid to yourself. Understand when you need help. Understand when you need to throw in the towel. Understand when your support systems aren't supporting you. Understand when you're supporting somebody else's support system way too much. Understand when you're bending and breaking yourself, you're healing and fixing somebody else who's still broken. That's a gem that you may not understand, because broke people can't fix broke people. And let's be honest, we ain't fixed what's not broken. That's why you see strong people suffering in silence, because nobody feels like when you're strong that you need to be checked on or they need to ask you how you doing. They just feel like you got it put together. But those people who always get treated like strong, they have weak moments too. They have moments where they want to be vulnerable too. And everybody who claims they're strong ain't strong. Don't go for that. Some people are posing. Some people are faking. Some people want to seem a certain type of way, but really they're just a chameleon trying to blend in with what they think looks good. When you get to certain eyes, you can see through a lot of things. The bad thing about seeing through everything is it ruins certain perspectives in life. You don't really see things for what people want you to see them for, or even what you want to see them for. You may want to see the color blue, but it's red. What I mean by that is you may want it to be one thing, but in fact, it's 100% another thing. Be a humanitarian, and we're going to keep saying this every episode. I might get a shirt made with humanitarian put on the front. We might start a trend, #humanitarian, because so many people need to advocate and aid themselves and heal themselves and be better to themselves and forgive themselves. You're not wrong for what you did. We all made mistakes. You know, as perfect as this world may seem, like I said, everybody goes through it. Everybody has struggled. Everybody makes sacrifices, from the top to the bottom, for the mid-tier to the bottom tier. Do not let nobody make you feel like you're less than because you're trying to support their journey and they're too ignorant to realize that they need you more than they think. Once again, it's your favorite host doing the most, the Self-Growth Series. Got a little series at the end because I really take this stuff passionate. I really hate to see people get taken advantage of in situations, but if you start advocating for yourself, you'll know when to step in and help others, and you'll know when to step out and focus on yourself. I hope everyone have a blessed ending to their year and a blessed 2023. And we'll be back with episode 9. And you know 9 is my number, so episode 9 going to be even more special. Y'all have a blessed rest of the year. Blessed New Year. I wish everyone happiness, health, and so much more. Once again, it's your favorite host doing the most. I'm on Manifest, and I'll see y'all in 2023.